So I got back from Spain on Saturday after 4 or 5 days over there. I had the chance last week to do the Pilates video for the shoot that I did 2 weeks ago. Remember I said that I was going to do a separate video to the one that I did for my client to try and sell myself to the Pilates studio because they're going to be opening up different locations throughout London over the coming months. So I did a video, just a 20-second reel based on the footage, the extra footage that I filmed on the day, sent that through to them this afternoon. I had their email addresses, I had the owner's email address, and I had the marketing manager's address based on the people that I was speaking to on the day, just doing a bit of networking while I was on site. Sent an email through to them today, which basically said, I filmed with my account at your studio recently and have cut a short reel that shows off the space. I'd like to give it to you to use on your socials. If you're happy with it, we could post it as a collab on Instagram. I would also love to discuss a few ideas that I had for regular support across your studio and upcoming locations across London if you are open to it. And then I sent them the video. If you have any issues with the download or would like any amendments, just let me know. Like I said, it's a 20-minute reel. If there's something they're not happy with, regardless of whether it's free or not, I still want them to post it. It's still going to benefit me from them collaborating on it as well, even if this goes no further. So we'll see if I hear back from them, if this can prompt some more work from them as well, or us working together more in the future, certainly in their new studios and any events that they hold. I think that is a benefit. It's not taking me that long to do the 20-second reel, you know, so it's worth it. And with me having some downtime at the moment when it comes to work, it's not like I've got that much to do anyway. Something else that came through today as well, I reached out to someone on LinkedIn last week and they've basically emailed me with more details about this project that they have. The post that they put on LinkedIn was very brief, so now they've sent me more details through email. Basically, this job will be based in Denmark over a 10-day period. They've sent me the brief. They wanted me to look at the brief and then send a quote based on what I thought the work was going to cost. It's a bit of a random one, so bear with. But basically, their project overview is the purpose of the content is to demonstrate the performance of our safety barriers under real-world impact conditions. They're a company that produces safety barriers from all different materials, and they want to create videos showing the performance of their safety barriers. I don't know what they're going to do this with, what they're going to crash into these barriers, but they want it filming. The deliverables, they want 16 edited videos, around 30 seconds long, branded intro and outro, motion graphics with key test information overlaid, color grading and professional editing, social media and website ready exports. In addition, they'd also like high quality still photography and a selection of hero images, video requirements, standard cinematic footage, high speed, slow motion, impact footage, close-up detail shots, wide establishing shots, drone footage optional. I do have a drone, but I basically sent some questions across. Is it just going to be like one take shots? Because the thing is, they want, by the sounds of it, different camera angles, close-ups, detailed shots, wide establishing shots, and photos. I won't be able to do this job on my own, not with just 2 cameras. So I've asked them more questions. And they did actually say, as part of the brief, they said, we'd like a quote. And this is detailed. This is good because they're giving me what they'd like me to quote for. They're giving me as much detail as they can. I've obviously still got questions, but they said, please provide pricing for filming, photography, editing and motion graphics, drone filming, any travel and accommodation costs. Alternatively, we can book flights and accommodation for you directly. There is a hotel we tend to use for visitors close to the facility. So they've done this before. Remember a few weeks ago in one of my vlogs, I was talking about red flags when people are coming to you, certainly jobs that are abroad as well. These are straight on it. We will pay for travel and accommodation. So I've asked them some questions and we'll see where it goes. But this is the thing with accepting jobs. You've got to understand, can I do it? Can I actually do it? There's a motto that one of my friends lives by, you know who you are. And that is just accept it and figure out how to do it. Now, of course, when we're on a deadline, a timeline, I've got to figure it out faster, but I've also still got to be realistic. I don't want to be flying over to Denmark if I actually can't do it. I've got to reach out to people that I know, see if someone can come and do it with me as well. So it might be doable. Today is Wednesday, and there have been some slight developments this week since Monday. The Pilates studio that I sent the video to, the free reel, based on the shoot that I did a couple of weeks ago, still not heard back from them yet, which is a little bit annoying because I did send it 2 days ago. But like I said, not everybody looks at their email. I have sent a follow-up today though, via email, and a short follow-up on Instagram as well, because they are posting things on Instagram. And I made a post on Instagram yesterday that I tagged them in and they commented on it. So they are active on Instagram. But anyway, watch this space when it comes to that. Hoping to hear something in the next couple of days. Otherwise, I will be following up again. Secondly, the quote for the job that is in Denmark. The one that I was talking about on Monday that involves the filming, the testing of barriers that they have over a 10-day period. Now, I've got to a point where she did come back to me on email with answers to questions that I had, which has enabled me to be able to now formulate a quote based on the information she's given me. So let's get into it. Okay, I've provided 2 quotes as promised. One quote is for just myself. Another quote is for a 2-person crew, someone that can help out with video, someone that can help out with photo. Reason for this is because questions that I asked when I sent the last email were involving things like, are the tests taking place over just one take, or can we have 1, 2, 3 takes of it? Because if we can do 1 to 3 takes, then I can film for the first take, different angles, 2 camera setup, and then I can take photos on another take. So then we cover everything. If we can only do 1 take, I only have 2 camera bodies. So I can film from 2 different angles, but I can't take photos at the same time. So if it's a one-hit wonder, then yeah, you can't really do everything at the same time, unless I have someone else with me who can take photos, for example, and video, whatever, right? Just another body, another person there to help me out. So I've given 2 quotes. She was happy for me to send 2 quotes over. These are not small quotes because it's over a 10-day period. It's in Denmark. And although there's going to be some downtime in that 10-day period, it's still 10 days that I'm unable to take on any other work. So quoted for 10 days, I'll take you through it. So the single operator production, so just myself, will include lead videographer for a 10-day period on the testing program at the R&D facility, multi-angle cinematic camera footage of each impact test, standard footage plus slow motion, high speed wherever appropriate, plus opportunistic facility, product, and team B-roll during downtime. Still photography captured before, during, and after impacts. I have put on here, this option assumes that key product tests can be repeated. So as a single shooter, I can prioritize video on one run and photography on subsequent runs where needed. We've also got post-production, 16 videos they want of up to 30 seconds. These videos are going to include text on the images, an intro, an outro, music, delivery, 16 by 9, 9 by 16 on certain videos, not all videos. They need to further clarify that. That's what I mean. The full details and logistics are not yet clarified. So this is just a rough quote still. And then organized delivery of components, assets used in the videos. Rather than receiving all the raw footage, they wanted the assets separating out and just having the separate assets from the video. This includes 2 rounds of edited revision per video. I haven't included expenses yet. Now expenses will be travel, accommodation, location-specific costs, such as local transport, and they're not included in these figures in this invoice yet, in this quote yet. Once logistics are confirmed, they'll be added to the final quote or invoice. The investment for this over a 10-day period for me alone, £9,500. Again, that's not including any expenses, travel, accommodation, nothing. So this is probably going to be closer to more like, I don't know, I'd imagine 12 maybe. That's just, again, a ballpark figure. Now, second quote I've sent for a 2-person crew. All the same, basically, except I'll have another person able to take B-roll, able to take photos, and we can figure that out closer to the time, who takes what. But it's just going to be, if they want more detail, if they only have 1 chance at each impact shot, then we're probably going to need another person. But 2 people costs more money. The investment for this one, 18,500. I don't know if they're going to go for that, to be honest. I don't even know if they're going to go for 9,500 with me alone, but they are a big company and it is 10 days. So one thing that I sometimes struggle with is giving big numbers, but then I remember it's 10 days. It's 16 deliverables. Of course, it's going to be a bigger number. So anyway, they're the 2 quotes. I have also given them a situation potentially where I said, okay, let's maybe not do photos if you don't really need photos. And I could take some 4K shots from the videos. So they'll still have still imagery. It just won't be taken specifically on a photography basis. But yeah, let's see what they say. Let's see what they come back with. Let me know what you think of those quotes as well. And what you potentially quote for this. That'd be really helpful if somebody could reach out and say, hey, I quote this, because people are really good at gatekeeping in this industry. No one wants to give away any secrets. And here I am just letting all the numbers loose. But that's what this channel's about. It's authentic, it's transparent. And I'll let you know if they come back to me with a yay or a nay or more questions or whatever they're going to say. Hopefully a yay. Okay, today is a new day, and for someone who is going through a bit of a dry period when it comes to work at the moment, instead of doing absolutely everything I can like I usually do to distract myself like this, instead, I've actually done some outreach today. Not only that, but I've also had a week of what feels like quotes, coming up with different scenarios for people, which is good because as I am going through a dry period, if I wasn't doing that stuff, then I'd be like, shit, where's the next job coming from? The Pilates studio that I reached out to with the reel from the shoot that I did 2 weeks ago, they loved the reel. They're going to collaborate on it. And that opened up a conversation then for me to talk about working for them on a regular basis. They like what I have to offer. They came back to me, and I'm going to bring up the email because I need to speak specifics here. But they came back to me and they seemed very into the idea of working together on a more permanent basis, which is great. Exactly what I want to be hearing. However, couple of road humps. They really like the work. They really like the idea of having everything under one roof in terms of ideation, creation of content, so production, and then also post-production, and then just delivering ready to post assets. But they did drop a bomb, which basically speaks about budget that they are used to spending. For context, on our budget, we currently pay £500 for a shoot day, which includes 3 edited short form reels and 30 photos. This is what we are used to paying for content. So that's far cheaper than my day rates. Certainly because that's editing as well. So what I've done is I've sent through 2 quotes, 2 package ideas that don't only just offer reels or videos, whatever, but they help to solve a problem. Whatever that problem might be, getting more people through the door, speaking more about community, helping people to feel comfortable within their Pilates studio, whatever they might be, we will create videos based around that. We'll look at analytics each month. We'll figure out what works, what doesn't. I'd say that goes beyond just going in, shooting something. Who knows what it is? We'll just shoot this. Oh yeah, that looks good. We'll shoot that. And then we'll edit something and just send it to you. No, this is more of a service rather than just, hey, I'm going to create this. Okay? It's more of a service that we work together on. We, like I said, come up with ideas before the shoot each month, ideas of what we want to film. So we go in knowing exactly what we need to film, knowing exactly what we need to execute, and then they can speak with their social media team. And then we've just got a constant flow of good content each month. So we'll see what they come back with. The quotes that I've gone for with 2 separate retainers are substantially more. But again, I think I'm adding more value. One's $950 per month. So that's an extra $450 compared to what they're paying right now. And the other one is $1,550. Now, with them, they are getting more value, not only with what I just told you about, but also with the content itself. I personally rate my own content and the edits that I do. So I personally think they're getting a better value all around. But let's see what they come back with. And then finally, still waiting for the job in Denmark to come back to me. They did come back to me, just said they're going to go through the quote next week, but they want to get this moving as fast as they can. The fact that they've come back to me with quite a positive email, not anything that's saying, we're not sure about the quotes that you sent over there too much, anything like that. The fact that they are talking about looking at it, coming back to me is positive. So let's see next week. Also, my client from LinkedIn, the one that I did one video for about 2 months ago, I've quoted them as well. Not quoted them. I asked them some questions about the project before I go and quote them. So that's going to be a quote that I'm going to be doing next week when they come back to me. But yeah, this week's just been kind of admin heavy, quoting people. I don't feel like I'm in such a bad position for someone that doesn't have much work at the moment. The Maya kind stuff as well, still doing some videos for them. So I am busy, but not as busy as I'd like to be, which is why it's important that you watch these videos. As usual, YouTube is suggesting you watch this one here, so keep going. Keep giving me some views on these things, gaining me some exposure. And as usual, I'm Ash. This is Amixmotion. See you in the next one.